they could get really devastated by this. So we are covering this live. We're taking your comments and questions on the air. Give me a shout at Lookner on Twitter. I do want to one more time just say thanks to the moderators because they are so helpful. They're all volunteers. So big shout out to the moderators. Curly Q is there moderating. Thank you, Curly Q.
We're good. So
Sarah
I'm
is
just
there
doing
moderating.
this during
Thank you,
the
Sarah,
hurricane.
too.
I won't be talking much.
As well. In our YouTube chat, thank you. We got Misha, Linda Belk, Angie, Sharon, Craig, Lightning. Oh, another storm chaser that 64 Ruse mentioned who's good is Jeff Piotrowski.
I actually don't know what's coming through, to be honest.
420 Prince has been there moderating too. Lisa Cushman.
I'll
Thanks
find
to
out
our
tomorrow.
moderators. Our Periscope chat, thanks to our Facebook moderators, Kimberly Peterson, Courtney Lane, Shay Durner, Joe Serino, Dan Lindquist, Josh Tompkins, and Denise Fredrickson,
Something
Kimberly
doesn't
Peterson.
feel right.
And our Twitch mods, too. Thanks to all the Twitch mods. We got Smoke in Idaho started there near now. And if anybody is interested in being a volunteer moderator, that'd be awesome because we can always use more moderators. You can just ask the mods for an email address you can write to for more information.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, a couple of our viewers point out about tornado warnings. There have been tornado warnings going on for the last hour or so northeast of Baton Rouge.
I'm a little confused because right now my sound...
I will zoom in on it for a second. I'll let you know if I hear of any tornado activity, but there have been tornado warnings in that area.
Sound for the game is coming through the speaker, but the sound for...
I don't see anything on the radar right now that
guy's
shouts out
watching
huge
the hurricane,
tornado
and
going on there,
I'm
but I'll
kind of
keep
interested. Oh my God.
an ear out.
Come on, go. Water, get in there. And food. And another one.
Here we go. Look at this.
And another one.
Wow.
Oh, God. Got lots of
Just
fertilizer.
wow.
Okay. I'm going to put that
All right,
away.
let's get some more info here.
Yeah, I'm a little confused with why I'm
supposed
getting
to make landfall in about 6.5 hours. Yeah, about 6.5 hours. We got a long way to go on this.
Make sure those fires are gone.
I'm just checking for some updates here.
Power?
And if you're hearing updates, you can give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner.
I'm going to turn that back on.
Here. Sorry, I'm just checking some things.
Yeah, I'm not talking anymore.
Here, let me just check this. The National Hurricane Center update will be at the top of the hour. They're every 3 hours update. Here's an update from a local person, Matthew Torres. Where is he at? News Channel 5. Where is this? It seems a few people are wading through water to check on their boats. The other 2 pictures were taken earlier this afternoon. Only a few hours later, the water level has risen significantly. So, where is this? Where is he? Wait. He is an intracoastal city. Louisiana. Back in intracoastal city, Louisiana, where roads are slowly getting flooded. Most of the people we have seen in this area are here out of curiosity. Winds are also picking up. Also, he posted this. A very stern and grim message from the Vermilion Parish Sheriff for residents who choose to stay. We can't get to you. Write your name, address, social security number, and next of kin, and put it in a Ziploc bag in your pocket. Those choosing to stay and face this very dangerous storm must understand rescue efforts cannot and will not begin until after the storm surge has passed and it's safe to do so. And then finally, he posted these photos 7 minutes ago. People are wading through water to check on their boats, he said. That's Matthew Torres. Okay, let's see here. What is this? Here's some information about rainfall. Some information about rainfall from National Weather Service. Expect unsurvivable, Laura update for flooding. Expect unsurvivable surge and 8 to 12 isolated 18 inches of rain for the southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana coast. Inland 5 to 10 isolated 15 will generate flash flooding and minor to moderate river flooding. Be very careful at night. This is going to happen at night. The primary flood threat along the coast is the dangerous, unsurvivable storm surge. They keep saying unsurvivable. And this is 5-day rainfall forecast. You can see Shreveport is supposed to get, looks like about 7 inches of rain. If I'm reading that right. If not more. Maybe it's 10. Actually, I don't know. It's a little hard to read this. See these orange, this dark orange would be, I can't even tell. It says 5 to 10 expected inland. So that would be probably 5 to 10 up here. All right, give me a shout if you have comments, questions, updates at Lookner on Twitter. Oh, Josh Morgerman just posted. Thanks, Jennifer Tower, for letting me know. He's a storm chaser. Phone rings, a call from the hotel's front, a call from the hotel's front desk, a cool and official sounding woman. Due to the severity of the storm, we're asking you to ride it out in the bathtub, or with us, or with the rest of us in the stairwells. Serious blank. That he just posted that. I don't know where exactly he is right now. Is he in like Lake Charles or something? Here he says Sulphur, Louisiana City Hall. He's still, I don't know where his hotel is exactly. Also, he said 6 hours ago, I've chased Cat 4s, I've chased at night, I've chased in the Louisiana swamps, but I've never done all three at once. Note to self, respect this beast. Yeah, and a reminder, I see people sometimes mentioning windy. Windy is not actual wind readings. Windy, if you go to windy, it's projections. So if you go to windy, windy is not actually telling you what the wind is right now. It's a projection based on a weather model. So just to show you here, and it's confusing because you think, and windy's a great site. So they're not misleading anyone. It's just I think a lot of people don't realize what the site does. So if you go to windy and you just see these colors, you might think, oh, this is the actual wind right now, but it's not. This is according to a model. You can switch the model. That's what the GFS predicts. That's what the European model predicts. But that's not actual numbers. That's not actual readings. For the actual readings, there's a flag that you turn on. You turn on a setting, and that gives you actual wind reports. So don't use windy to judge what actually the wind right now is. You can use it as an estimate of what it might be, and also you can project it forward on windy and get an estimate of where the winds are going to be in like an hour or 2 hours, 3 hours. So it's a very helpful site, and it's really cool. But don't just go to it and assume, oh, all that information is exactly what's happening. Now at windy, what I did is I turned on the actual weather reports, the actual wind reports, and like here, that's a gust of 70. Gust on the coast of 44, Louisiana. Gust here 32, Calcasieu Pass. 31, getting into Texas here. 17, 24, 28. Up here, Vermilion Bay, 48. Lake Charles, gust 31, gust 20. Gust 32. Down here, gust 46. All right. Let's look at this. Here we go. Look at this thing. Wow. We're close to getting the new update from the National Hurricane Center. Very close to the new update. And also just notice that we have reached the point in time where things are going to start really deteriorating on the Louisiana coast. You have these heavy rain bands moving in, the wind is picking up, storm surge is going to be more. We should check the storm surge and see what's going on with the storm surge. I'm going to do that in a second. Oh, the satellite. Somebody requested the satellite image. We can show you that too. Hang on. Tropical Tidbits will have that. There's your, it's going to load. You can get this on Tropical Tidbits. Wow. Now, I'm just eyeballing this. So, it's certainly moving towards the border. Is it maybe going to hit a little bit to the east? Are we looking at something like this rather than this? We'll see. But I'm trying to, looks like right now it's heading, if I can, I don't know, like there. If it keeps on that track. So I will see if it wobbles at all, if it goes off one side or the other. And that loop is you're looking at a 2-hour loop. That's a 2-hour satellite loop there, 2 hours. Jay Klaus says, seems to have jogged more north. Oh, the NHC update is out? Hold on, guys. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. $150. Breaking news. Winds have increased to 150. 150. $150. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 157's a Cat 5. This was the last 3 hours ago they said it's going to get up to 150. 150. Unreal. And the pressure is down to 940. Winds increasing as extremely dangerous Hurricane Laura takes aim at the northwest Gulf Coast. Catastrophic storm surge, extreme winds, and flash flooding expected along the Gulf Coast tonight, northwest Gulf Coast tonight. Unbelievable. All right, let's look at the advisory here. Bulletin, winds increasing. Blah, blah, blah. Winds have increased to near 150 with higher gusts. Some additional strengthening is possible tonight. Some additional strengthening is possible tonight before Lara reaches the northwest Gulf Coast overnight. Rapid weakening is expected after Lara moves inland. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 60 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 205 miles from the center. Max storm surge is still predicted to be 15 to 20 feet. Rainfall forecasted at the worst areas still 8 to 12 with isolated 18 inches. Do they have the new track and forecast out yet? Oh, no new forecast discussion. Forecast advisory. I don't know if they're going to do a new forecast discussion. Maybe they won't. New track. Here's the new track. See if they've shifted it at all. Yeah, so it is. I don't know what it was before. Maybe. So right now it's so hard to see. Where's the border with the state? Yeah, I think right there. There, okay. So what this shows you is that I think right there is the Texas-Louisiana border, and the current track has it going a bit to the east of the border. I don't know if that's shifted over a little bit since the last one, but that's the current track, a little to the east of the border with Texas. If we go to the satellite shot here and we refresh this, we gotta refresh this. Is that up to date? Yeah, that's pretty up to date. That's from Tropical Tidbits. Landfall roughly around 1 a.m. Central. 1 a.m. Central. And then here is your radar. So that's the cloud cover, and here is your radar, and you see that's the precipitation. So 150 miles an hour winds. It is a Cat 4. I believe 157 is what you need for a Cat 5. But if this isn't a Cat 5, it's going to be close. But this thing has just exploded. 150 miles an hour wind. Pressure down to 940. 3 hours ago, pressure was 947. Now it's down 940, so it's still strengthening. Man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, a quick... Oh, hold on a second here. A quick thank you to Justin Hatcher. Thank you, Justin Hatcher, for your support, and also Leander Pearson. Dinosaur Eggshell. Dinosaur Eggshell and Leander Pearson, thank you for your support. Also, thank you to Israel Bishop and Chris Scheit and JR. Thanks also for the Super Hearts, 420 Prince Misha, and everyone else in our Periscope chat. And thanks for the Facebook stars as well, much appreciated. Sarah Elias Ferry, Ann Wen, Shauna Johnson, Silver Sarles, Ann Smith McIntyre, Andrea Friedman, A.A. Fellhauer Rockhill, Kim Freita, Rhonda Fall, Ann Remington, Tom Brown, Denise Fredrickson, Chancey Lara, Eileen Burke, and everyone else I thanked before. Thank you. All right, let's get some updates here on the situation. Wow, 150 miles an hour. I should actually change the headline. I'm going to change the headline. Hurricane Laura winds now 150 mph. See if that fits on there. Maybe Laura's. 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 Wow. Thank you. Hey, thanks also to Jim Hiking Jacket. Appreciate that, Jim Hiking Jacket. Thank you for your support. All right, let us, oh, hold on a second. Nick sent me this from Levi. I hadn't seen that Levi Cowan had posted this. This is from Levi Cowan, Tropical Tidbits. Incredible wind velocities of 180 to 205 just above the ground were observed by a dropsonde. That's like a weather measuring device that they drop down in the northeastern eye wall of Lara, helping to confirm the winds the plane observed. The surface wind would be lower due to friction, but still extreme. Okay. Thank you. Rob says, I have not heard anyone talk about Port Arthur Oil Refinery. It's the biggest in the U.S. They produce aviation fuels, gasoline, and base oil, 600,000 barrels a day. So, you know, one thing I'll say is certainly there's a lot of oil interests in that area, and there could be damage to them. Now, when they put them there, you know, they know it's a hurricane-prone area. So I don't know what kind of safeguards they have. But I will say this. We were reading an article last night which said that it's not expected, even if there's significant damage, it's not expected to cause like gas shortages just because, well, or just because of the distributed production. That it's not. So let me just show you something about that. Oil, gas, and also the reduced demand because of the pandemic. Let's see here. Now, Fox Business says Hurricane Laura shutters over 84% of U.S. oil production in Gulf of Mexico. There's that. So a lot of places have closed up. And they will inspect facilities after the storm has passed. Nearly 300 production platforms have been evacuated. The area accounts for more than 45% of all U.S. petroleum refining capacity and 70% of oil production. While oil prices often spike before a major storm as production slows, consumers are unlikely to see big price changes because the coronavirus has decimated demand for fuel. Right there. Thanks for writing in, Rob. Hang on a second here. William Featherston says, I was born and raised in Port Arthur. I lived through Hurricane Carla in 1961. Port Arthur suffered terribly, and Rita, Ike, and Harvey. This one will be devastating. Thanks, William, for writing in, and certainly thoughts with everybody in the area. This is not a good thing, what's going on with this storm. It's going to be really bad. Really, really bad. All right, just catching up on a couple things here. Gusts have 185, have hit 185, I'm seeing. Did they say 185? Let's see. Where did it say that on the latest update? No forecast discussion. Sorry. I hadn't seen the gusts of 185. But that's what this meteorologist heard. Keith Monahan. Weather Optics says Hurricane Laura is still intensifying with pressure down to 937. Well, that was the official pressure is 940 and max sustained wind up to 150. This will be one of the. This will be, I think they mean one of the strongest hurricanes ever to hit Louisiana. I don't know if they mean strongest hurricane or one of the strongest. And it's very possible that Laura reaches Cat 5 status before landfall. Yeah, look, Eric Holthaus. National Hurricane Center has increased Laura's estimated winds to 150 sustained. They mean that's what's happening now. That equals the strongest hurricane ever to make landfall in Louisiana way back in 1856. So if it made, I think what he's saying is if it made landfall with 150 mile an hour winds, that would be the strongest Louisiana hurricane since 1856. Eric Fisher posted this. Here are the locations of all Cat 4-5 landfalls in the U.S. courtesy of Phil Klotzbach. Only 4 Cat 5s on the record, the last being Michael in 2018. Only 4 Cat 5s on record. So sometimes a hurricane becomes a Cat 5 and then it weakens and it makes landfall. But Eric Fisher says there are only 4 Cat 5s that have ever hit. Hurricanes that have hit as Cat 5s. Okay, let's take a look at the radar and the satellite again. Here is the radar showing you the precipitation, and then we'll show the satellite. Oh, maybe moving a little bit. I can't tell. You see these little wobbles trying to figure out where it's going. But we have a general idea of where it's going, which is right near the border between Texas and Louisiana. And here is the satellite. That's from Tropical Tidbits. Looks like it's just heading right for, at least for now. The official forecast track has it making landfall a little to the east of the border with Texas. One of our viewers just said no stream alert. If you're on YouTube, YouTube no longer sends out email alerts. So if you rely on email alerts from YouTube for live streams, YouTube no longer sends out email alerts for live streams. So you need to find another way to get notifications. One good way to get notifications is signing up for the Discord. We have a Discord chat room. It's unofficial, but some viewers run it and moderators, and but it's a chat room for people from this channel. They chat when we're not on the air. But that's a good way to get notifications too. So if you're interested in the Discord chat room, the unofficial Discord Agenda Free TV fan chat room, the link is at the bottom of the YouTube video description, and also our mods can post that link in the chat rooms as well. Hey, let's see if I'd like to give you some more of a pictorial sense of what's going on there. I haven't seen that much video coming out of there. I'm going to check Snap Maps. I'm gonna also do a little quick search around here and just see. I'm gonna do a search. I can't show. Oh, that's an hour ago. Look, that's some flooding from an hour ago. Let's look at that one. I somehow accidentally found that one. There we go. We found one video there. I mean, a lot of people have evacuated. One day ago. Oh, this person's riding it out at Port Neches, Texas. Okay. 6 hours ago. I'm sure we'll start seeing more videos as the heavier conditions move in. This was 10 minutes ago. But we can't see any of that. All right, I will certainly keep an eye out for more snap map stuff. If you're hearing about any, if you see any like live stream where you think, oh, that's really, it really illustrates what the conditions are like, you can write to me on Twitter at Lookner. I can't show it, but I can maybe direct people towards it. But we did show you some video of flooding, storm surge, which had already begun. Philip Klotzbach says, 9 hurricanes on record since 1851 made landfall in the U.S. with 150 plus max wind intensity. Hang on. Our viewer writes in, America's finest hour says Hurricane Laura will rival Hurricane Michael that hit the panhandle of Florida. Incredible winds and rain. The storm surge will be worse this time, unfortunately. Yeah, and the storm surge, in case you haven't seen it, this is the latest storm surge map. Oh, I want to check. Let's check. We'll check some of the water levels too. There's your storm surge map. That was from 5 p.m. update. Maybe they'll update it, but 15 to 20 feet in some areas of storm surge. Calcasieu Lake runs right up to right near Lake Charles. So this is not good. And that's the whole state of Louisiana there. That's how big this area is. But 15 to 20 feet, 10 to 15, 10 to 15. I wonder if this will shift over some. I don't know, like, because if it makes landfall here, I don't know that you'll see these numbers on the west side of the storm. But actually, here's the thing. Right now, the storm is like down, like here, right? The storm's like there. So right now, you do have these winds that are going to be blowing like this, and this, and this. So even if the storm ultimately does this, right, and it makes landfall to the east of these areas, you will have had wind for hours blowing the water in. So just because of the way the wind direction has been blowing, you definitely could get storm surge in places that are actually west of the landfall point. Because right now the hurricane is like here, it's not up here. When it's up here, the wind will be blowing this way on this side of it. All right. So I don't know how dependent this is. I'm assuming they haven't changed this, so I'm assuming it's up to date. I'm assuming this is their best estimates, even though the ultimate track is something like that they're predicting. Okay, now. But we got a long night ahead of really bad weather. Oh, and we're going to check. We'll check the water levels too next. And I can't show storm chasing feeds, but I know people are out there storm chasing. Oops, let me do this. JLN says the tide is coming in now. Yeah, we read a tweet before saying that the tide had been low in general. The low tide had already happened on a bunch of this coastal area. Let's see if I can find that from before. Can't find it. All right, let's go here. Let's check this out. Here is the, let's check out some water levels. Hurricane Laura, quick look, coastal inundation dashboard. Oops, that's too much. Okay, so let's look at some of these sites. Calcasieu Pass, which is probably where you're going to one of the most at risk for storm surge. You can't even, we can't tell the water level there. The station may be experiencing flooding. So we can't get the information from that station, unfortunately. How about here? This is Lake Charles. Is this up to date? Let's see. Last reading is for, 7 p.m. local time. Okay, Lake Charles is currently, the actual lake itself is about 2.5 feet above what it should be. You can see they're getting to more towards minor flooding stage. The red line is the actual water level. The blue line is the predicted water level. Rainbow Bridge, Texas. Getting close to minor flooding. A couple feet above, it looks like. Predicted. And all these numbers are just going to go up. That one's not working. That freshwater canal locks. Station may be experiencing flooding. We can't even tell. These stations here are not, these two are not working. How about all the way over here? Minor flooding at Eugene Island, Louisiana. Zoom in a little more here. It's too bad these two are not working. How about here? Sabine Pass, Texas. They are already at minor flooding level. They're about 3.5 feet above where it should be. And what you can see there is, it's the reddish area. It would be moderate flooding. That's Sabine Pass, Texas, near the border. That's Sabine Pass North. There. Okay. And Port Arthur, Texas. Station not working. Station may be experiencing flooding. Rainbow Bridge. Nothing from that station either. All right. Okay, so let's see here. Hang on one second here. Mission Accomplished says, I wonder what the coastal population is around that 15 to 20 foot storm surge area. So it's a good question. Some of the areas right on the coast there are not that populated. So like if you go to a map here, and we go down to, hold on a second, if we just do this. There's Louisiana. So, a bunch of these areas in here are supposed to see some of the worst of the storm surge. Although Lake Charles, which is 30 miles inland, they're supposed to see really bad storm surge too. But in terms of here's Cameron, but Cameron and Creole, how many people live in those places? Cameron, Louisiana, 400 people live there. Creole, Louisiana, how many people live there? Unincorporated community. That's small. So right on the coast there, there's definitely people that live there, but in terms of the bigger towns or cities, Lake Charles has 90,000 people. There's Holly Beach. How many people live in Holly Beach, Louisiana? And there also could be, it could be a place like a vacation place where not that many people live there permanently, but there's a lot of buildings and a lot of people go there to vacation. Holly Beach is a coastal community known for crabbing and a drive on the beach. Part of the Lake Charles metropolitan area. And then if you want to, you can always go to Google Maps and just use, satellite and zoom in and see what's there. So there's Holly Beach. Will any of these places be there? That's Holly Beach, Louisiana. Will any of these places be there? I have no idea. They might just get inundated. But in terms of, just looking around here, Lake Charles here, once you get into Lake Charles, south of there, you get a lot more buildings and stuff and all that. That's Lake Charles area, Lake Charles metro area. Ken Clinton says there are a lot of vacation homes in this area. National Weather Service New Orleans says locally most wind gusts are in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range, but an oil platform south of Vermilion Bay is reporting hurricane force wind gusts in the band moving over the site. That band should not affect our local area. If we refresh this site, observations, surface observations. Okay, no, we don't want temperature, we want wind gusts. Okay, so this is observed wind gusts from different wind stations, weather stations. So you can see here, there is a 76 mile an hour wind gusts on an oil platform off the coast. 21, 25, 21, 32, 31, 24. Some of the gusts. .40 down here. Windy also shows you a bunch of gusts. Actually, with this, can I zoom in more? If I zoom in, will I get any more of them? Here's some more gusts. So the red numbers are the gusts. Here's your satellite. Getting closer. Oop, it's loading. And here is the radar. There. Where is the 185 gusts? When Pet My Chihuahua asked. Well, that's, I believe that was measured maybe by like a hurricane hunter plane. The National Hurricane Center reported, according to a meteorologist, at 185 gust. But that, I mean, the gust, that gust is going to be more close to the center. That's not going to be on land yet. Hey, thanks, by the way, to Ben Witz and Tim McMinn. Tim, there are there's a possibility of tornadoes. We've been seeing a bunch of tornado warnings to the northeast of Baton Rouge. I'm not aware of any big tornadoes yet, but there could be some tonight. Thank you, Tim McMinn. Also, thank you, HBO Matt, who says, Grace USA in Lake Charles makes a third of the catalyst required to run all U.S. refineries. Refineries can't run the main tower without it. Now, soon, though, like, I'm guessing we'll start seeing people posting stuff from Lake Charles and Port Arthur as this rain moves in. And also, you know, even over here, Lafayette area, they're going to get a lot of rain soon. But this is not going to be good. The storm surge is going to be really bad. Landfall is supposed to be around 1 a.m. local time, around 1 a.m. local time. Oh, thank you to Stefan. Stefan Poikinen sent me this. Mark Weinberg, who's a meteorologist, says, recon coming back with an extrapolated pressure slightly lower than the last passed on Hurricane Laura, 935.9 on this pass. Current official pressure is 940, wind speeds 150 miles an hour. Our viewer, Blue Bayou, says, we are in a tornado warning in Tangipahoa Parish. Well, the tornado warnings are up here right now. Oops. Northeast of Baton Rouge. Let me just see something here. I'll let you know if I hear of any big tornado activity. Oh, this was 10 minutes ago. Reagan Better said there was a storm with a well-defined rotation and a hook on it. That was 12 minutes ago. I'll go back to the radar and get a little more detail on the tornado warning. We'll do this. Tornado right here. Click on this. Go here. Yeah, I'm not seeing the obvious tornado signs here because what you'd expect to see on the right on the velocity radar is you'd expect to see, you know, like a bright patch of green next to a bright patch of red, and we're not seeing that right now. So I'll keep an eye out. I'm not seeing the obvious signs of a major tornado on that right now. All right. Hey guys, so here's what I think I'm going to do. So we are planning for a long night of coverage here because the landfall is not supposed to be until about 1 a.m. local time, which is about 5.5 hours from now. And I actually, before coming on the air, I got some food. I got like my lunch, and it's like, because I haven't even eaten lunch yet because I was up so late and I slept late. So I think what I'm going to do now is take a quick break to eat lunch, because that way I should be good to go for a number of hours after that. What I want to avoid is the not eating, and then as things are really ramping up, I can't broadcast anymore because I have to eat. So I'm gonna leave this broadcast on the air, and I'm gonna leave the radar up, and then what we'll do is we'll just I'll eat, and then I'll come back and we'll keep going, and you can stay in the chat rooms and chat. But that'll be the best because we're gonna keep going. I mean, this is gonna be a long night, so that's my plan. I think that's the best plan, to do that now before things start ramping up further. And then we'll just keep going after that. So hang out and watch, talk in the chat. I'll be back in a little bit. I just have to grab my food and heat it and eat it and all that. So I'll do that. But we are going to keep we're going to keep staying on live through landfall. That's the plan. Okay. And thanks, by the way, Sharon. I missed your donation, Sharon. Thank you. And Sharon says, when we come back, I'll check the coastal inundation map. And thank you, the Groove as well. Thank you, the Groove. And thanks to all of our moderators who are in there moderating right now. Really appreciate all of our moderators in our chat rooms. Okay, so allow me, I'm going to type on the screen now. Steve will be right back after eating lunch. Steve will be right back after eating. How's that? Because if I say lunch, people will think I posted it at like 2 p.m. Steve will be right back after eating. Oop, I have to move this up. That's not going to work. It's going to have to be, that's too low. I will put it on the top. Move this down here. We'll put this here, and I'll say up here, how's that? All right, guys, let me go eat for a little bit, and then I'll come right back, and we will continue our live coverage, and we're planning on covering this through landfall until late in the night. All right, I'll see you in a little bit, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to eat now.